You're obviously now one of the top gymnasts in the world. How did you get into the sport and when did this happen?
I was about 4 years old when I got into the sport. I did loads of different sports when I was about like basketball, football, rugby, boxing, kickboxing. I did all sorts, and mainly just to kind of wear me down a bit because I was quite a hyperactive young kid. So I got into gymnastics and then slowly started getting better and better, and then just kind of had to stop doing some of the other sports and concentrate on gym.
You've always been successful in gymnastics, winning medals in European and world events, for example. But at what stage did you realise that this was a sport for you and this is what you wanted to do?
I think when I was 7, I really wanted to push gymnastics to see how far I could go. And it wasn't really until 2006, 2007 that I realised, okay, I could perhaps do something like really get to like an Olympic stage. I just won a Commonwealth gold medal in 2006, and then in 2007 I won a world bronze, and that's when I thought, wow, I could push now and actually, get to the Olympic Games and see what I could do there.
You must have been massive to be the first person to win an individual medal at the Olympics since 1908. What did it mean to you personally?
It just meant the past 15 years of my life hadn't been a waste of time. My mum had sacrificed a lot being a single parent, and my coach had put a lot of hours into me. I had a lot of support from my training friends, and my friends and family. So it was nice to go to that Olympic Games and not just let anyone down. Apart from myself, it was just a really good sense of relief and achievement to be able to go through that routine.
You've been described as one of the Team GB's most marketable faces. Do you think this puts more pressure on you to perform, or?
Yeah, subconsciously it does. But as soon as my hands touch that pommel horse, I'm kind of in the zone. I don't really think about pressure and expectation. But definitely the build-up beforehand, I'm definitely going to be feeling the pressure and expectation.
When you won 2 silver medals back in 2010 in Birmingham, did that event sort of let you experience what it's going to be like in 2012 in front of your home crowd?
Yeah, it did. It did. Obviously winning two silver medals at Birmingham European Championships was a great achievement. But you couldn't help but get a feel for what it was going to be like in 2012, and it has its pros and cons being in London in home territory. Obviously, it's nice to have a few friendly faces there and support, but also that everyone there is wanting you to get a medal, so you've got a lot of expectation and pressure.
You've mentioned before that your dream will probably involve maybe a minute in the limelight come 2012. How do you train and prepare for this on a day-to-day basis?
It's intense. So much goes on behind the scenes. We spend 32 hours a week in the gym training, 6 days a week. It is a massive amount. I would have done nearly 1 million circles by the time 2012 is here. And all I get to prove for that amount of time of training is 50 seconds on the pommel horse. So it's a lot to kind of pack in, and all I can do is just hopefully I can do the routine.
It was announced yesterday that you've become one of the Sky Sports scholars ahead of the 2012 Games. What does this actually mean?
I've been included in their little program, and I think it's just a fantastic thing that they've got going on. And there's a lot of athletes out there that you really do support. And I'm fortunate to be one of those. And it really does mean that with all these sponsorship deals, it gives me the best opportunity to concentrate on just working on gym, not having to worry about expenses, and also the life of a gymnast is very short. So it kind of puts me on a little platform so that when I do finish gymnastics, I can go into doing something else.
Yeah, as part of that scholarship, it says you cover over 350 miles a week to get the training. Are there some days where you just, so to speak, just couldn't be bothered, or?
I have a lot of those days, and I think most top athletes will have days like that. A lot of people will say the hard part is training, and it is. It's grueling, it's hard. There's been a lot of blood, sweat and tears. But that's what makes champions. the people that can push through that, people that can get up in the morning when they don't want to and get on with what they need to do. You know, not everyone has days like that, but I think the big difference is the people that can get up and you know, get their butt into gear.
You've been paired with Hayley McQueen from Sky Sports News.
Oh yeah.
What does this mean?
It means I have someone beautiful to talk to for advice. You know, she's very experienced, and she's a great reporter. And you know, she can give me great tips on, you know, in terms of how to come across in the media, you know, pointers on how to approach people and how, you know, things like that. So yeah, I think she'll be a great mentor, and I'm sure we can discuss things further over dinner.
Who do you see as your biggest competitors maybe in 2012?
Biggest competitors, obviously my rivals are going to be the Hungarian guy, Christian Berkey. Some of the Chinese guys, I don't know who's going to be there, Zhao Qin or Zhang Hongtao. You know, but I've got great training partners that keep me pushing. You know, I train with Luke Carson, he's an Irish gymnast, he keeps me on my toes. Daniel Keating's from the club. You know, so all these kind of help, and you know, I'm sure I'll be prepared, ready to kind of whoop their ass.
Gymnast careers, as you said, are supposedly short. You're 22 now, so what sort of age for the gymnast call it a day?
A lot depends on what happens in the future. I mean, obviously, I'd like to do gymnastics for as long as I can, but a lot depends on when the right time is to retire. London 2012 is going to be such a massive event, and you know, if I was to do a good result there, it'd open so many doors, and you know, so I'd have to really look and think about what I'm going to do with my career. Is it better to finish there, or is it carry on?
When you do come to the end of your career, have you got anything planned?
Yeah, I think I might try a few illegal things. And I don't really know too much. I mean, I've got a business set up, but I'm not really doing much with it at the minute. I definitely want to do something in terms of getting kids involved with sport. But who knows? I mean, like I said, the doors can be open to many different things. I'd like to be doing media work and being in front of the TV and doing something and being out there. So.
Obviously we're here today to launch the Gymnastic Ireland new brand, but what advice would you maybe give to young gymnasts out there who dream of maybe performing in the Olympics one day?
My advice would just to try and get involved. I mean, I think that's what Gymnastics Ireland are trying to do, is to kind of raise the awareness, you know, show everyone that gymnastics is a cool sport. You know, it's not just dominated by girls. You know, when I was a kid in school, when I was doing gymnastics, I was seen as the cool kid that could do backflips and break dance and parties and stuff, you know. So, you know, gymnastics has its cool side. You know, my top tips would definitely be to work as hard as you can, but yet enjoy yourself.
And are there any young Irish gymnasts now out there?
Well, you guys got some good Irish gymnasts coming up. I think Kieran Behan got the first, I think, Grand Prix medal that you guys have won, which is obviously making moves, and he's been an inspiration to young kids. You've also got Luke Carson, who trains at Huntingdon with me and Dan Keating and Luke Farwell. You know, so he's sacrificing a lot to be down, you know, in England, doing his thing over there, just so that he can be the best gymnast he can be. So yeah, you guys have got some good gymnasts, and I'm pretty sure that's going to filter down through the system and really inspire some young kids.
And finally, I've heard they've auditioned for X Factor once. If things went badly in gymnastics, was there a singing career in there for you?
Simon Cowell probably wouldn't think so, but I would. But no, I mean, that's just kind of a fun side. I mean, I like to sing in my spare time and have a bit of a laugh and write some lyrics. It's nothing too serious.
Alright, thanks very much.
Cheers, thank you very much.